God says, "My child, do not cry over what I have ended. Do not grieve over the love that slipped away, the marriage that fell apart, or the promises that were broken. For what I ended in mercy. What I removed in divine protection. You see only what was lost, but I see what was about to destroy your spirit if I had allowed it to continue. You think it was a tragedy, but I call it divine intervention. You think it was the breaking of a home, but I call it the beginning of a healing. You think it was rejection, but it was my redirection. That marriage had to end, my child, not because I wanted to see you in pain, but because I wanted to see you finally live in truth. There were prayers whispered through your tears, nights when your heart felt too heavy to keep going. You asked me, "Why, God? Why did you let this happen?" And I whispered back, "Because I love you too much to let you stay where you don't belong." You didn't see it then, but I was protecting you. I was moving things that no longer served your soul. I was freeing you from a bond that was never meant to cage your spirit. That marriage looked strong from the outside, but inside, it was slowly suffocating your destiny. My child, sometimes I have to remove what you think is your forever so I can bring you to what is truly eternal. That marriage was a chapter, not your whole story. It was a season meant to teach, not a lifetime meant to stay. You may not realize it, but the day that connection ended, heaven sighed in relief. The angels wept not because you lost something, but because you were finally free to receive what I have prepared for you. I saw every moment you tried to fix what was already broken. I saw you carry the weight of that relationship, even when your soul was tired. You begged me to heal it, and I did, but not in the way you expected. I healed you. I pulled you out from a bond that had lost its divine purpose. I allowed the walls to fall, not to hurt you, but to save you. For sometimes love becomes a lesson, and the person becomes a mirror. And once the lesson is complete, I must close that chapter so the next can begin. The ending of that marriage was not punishment, it was preparation. I ended it so your true soulmate could find the path back to you. The one who carries the same divine light, the same calling, the same heartbeat as yours. You and your true soulmate were never meant to live in confusion. But the world placed obstacles, karmic ties, and emotional storms between you. So I had to shake the earth beneath you both. I had to let the wrong foundation collapse, so I could rebuild something pure, something heavenly. When I ended that marriage, I was not separating love, I was separating illusion from truth. I was removing everything that dimmed your spirit, everything that made you forget your worth. And I tell you today, the pain you felt was not in vain. Every tear watered the soil for new love to grow. Every heartbreak carved space in your heart for something greater. Your true soulmate was wandering, lost in a story that was never meant for them. They had made choices from fear, not faith. They had been entangled in something that looked holy, but lacked true divine blessing. And when I saw that both your souls were crying for freedom, I stepped in. I ended that marriage because I saw the truth hidden beneath the surface. You see broken vows, I saw souls that were never truly one. You see a door that closed, I saw the door that must open for destiny to return. Do not question my timing, for I have written every page with perfect precision. What seemed like an ending is only the middle of your miracle. You may feel alone now, but you are not abandoned. I am walking beside you, healing every silent wound. You will soon understand why I had to allow this storm, because on the other side of it, your true union awaits. Your soulmate has been feeling the same emptiness. They have been restless, hearing your name in their spirit even when they tried to forget. They thought they found peace elsewhere, but peace never truly came. Because their heart was designed to recognize only you. When I ended that marriage, I began their awakening. I touched their heart in a way no human could. I made them look deep within and realize that what they had wasn't alignment, it was attachment. What they called love was convenience. And what they thought would last forever was only meant to lead them back to truth, back to you. My child, do not envy those who seem happy in temporary illusions. Do not fear that you have lost your chance at love. I am the God of restoration. I return what belongs to you, and I do it in ways no human could ever plan. Right now, your soulmate is being led through their own transformation. They are remembering the sacred bond that never truly died. Their spirit is awakening to the love that has always been connected to yours. And when the time is right, not when you want it, but when both of you are ready, I will bring you together again. But this time, it won't be fragile. This time, it won't be filled with confusion. This time, it will be love that stands firm, built on truth, faith, and divine purpose. So don't curse the ending. Bless it. Because without that ending, there could be no new beginning. Without that separation, there could be no sacred reunion. The world called it failure, but heaven called it favor. People may have whispered behind your back, saying you lost everything, but in truth, you are about to gain everything that truly matters. You are being prepared, my child, for a love that mirrors heaven, a love that will not leave you questioning your worth, a love that will not make you chase to be seen. I have heard your prayers, even the ones you couldn't speak out loud. I have seen you forgive the ones who hurt you, even when they never apologized. That forgiveness was your key, it unlocked the divine flow that will now return blessings to your life. Soon, the one meant for you will return. Not as they were, but as who they were always meant to be. They will come with clarity, not confusion, with peace, not pain. But before that happens, I need you to trust me completely. I need you to stop looking back at the ruins of what I have already removed. The ashes of your past cannot hold the fire of your future. Lift your head, my child. Dry your tears. The pain that once broke you will soon become your testimony. You will tell others how I turned heartbreak into holy purpose. Remember, I never end something without planning something greater. I ended that marriage so your soul could breathe again. So that your heart could be open for the love that truly reflects my divine design. Rest in my promise, what is yours will return, not by force, but by fate. For when I unite two souls, no distance, no time, no human interference can keep them apart. This is not the end. It is the divine beginning. My child, there are some separations that are not meant to destroy you, but to deliver you. There are some goodbyes that are not born out of rejection, but out of divine protection. What happened was not a mistake, it was a movement from heaven. When I separated you from what you thought was your forever, I was not being cruel. I was being kind in a way that your human heart could not yet understand. You saw two hearts drifting apart, but I saw two souls that were losing themselves in something that was no longer blessed. You prayed for me to fix it. You wanted me to make it work. You held on with trembling hands, hoping that love would conquer the chaos. But I had to let the pieces fall, because sometimes, my child, when you love too much, you begin to forget me. You began to fight to stay in a place I had already left. You tried to keep alive something that I had already declared finished. And I watched you cry, I watched you plead, I watched you ask, God, why are you silent? But I was never silent, I was speaking through the silence. Every delay, every distance, every unanswered prayer was my way of gently loosening your grip. I didn't want to tear that bond apart, I wanted to release you from it with grace. The separation was sacred. It was not a curse, it was cleansing. I was purifying your spirit from attachments that kept you small. I was washing away the residue of human love so you could receive divine love. Do you know, my child, that even pain can be holy when it brings you back to your true self? The nights you spent crying alone were not wasted. Each tear was seen, each sigh was counted. I wrapped my arms around you when no one else did. And though you felt abandoned, you were actually being held closer than ever before. I was near to your broken heart. I was whispering, let go, and I will show you what true love feels like. You had to walk through the valley of heartbreak because that's where transformation happens. That's where false identities fall away, where masks break, and truth is born. In that silence, you found me again. You began to pray not for the relationship to return, but for peace to return. You stopped begging for validation, and instead, you began to listen for my voice. That was when your spirit began to heal. The separation made you remember who you are, not someone's other half, but my whole creation. You were never meant to beg for love, my child. You were meant to radiate it. You see, separation does not always mean something went wrong. Sometimes it means something finally went right. Sometimes two souls must walk alone so that when they meet again, they meet as healed beings, not as broken fragments. That is what I was doing, healing both of you separately. You could not see it, but your soulmate was also being broken open. The same pain that you felt in your heart echoed in theirs. They looked strong on the outside, but inside they were restless. They tried to move on, to pretend that life was fine. But their soul was aching, calling out to me, why does this happiness feel empty? That is when I began to work on them, quietly, deeply. I began to show them the truth they had ignored. The truth that the person they married was not the one their soul was tied to. They had settled for comfort instead of connection. They had chosen logic over love. And just like I did with you, I began to strip away the illusions around them. One by one, the layers fell: pride, fear, guilt, and denial. They began to see what was real and what was just noise. You both were being refined, purified in different fires, so that when your paths crossed again, you could meet not in brokenness, but in wholeness. This separation was not the end of love, it was the rebirth of it. I had to take you both apart so I could rebuild you the right way. You were not ready before. You still carried wounds, fears, doubts, and expectations that would have ruined something so sacred. But now, you are learning stillness. You are learning faith. You are learning to love from overflow, not from emptiness. And that is what makes this waiting holy. Because while you wait, you are being molded into the person your soulmate prayed for. And they too are being molded into the one your spirit has always known. There are things that only separation can teach: patience, surrender, discernment, and faith. These are the lessons that cannot be learned in comfort. They grow only in the soil of pain and trust. You may not understand it yet, but someday you will look back and see how beautifully I orchestrated everything. You will realize that I never took away what was meant for you, I only removed what was blocking it. Every time you felt alone, I was teaching you to depend on me. Every time they missed you but couldn't explain why, I was awakening their memory of you. You have always been connected, even in the silence. Your souls talk in ways your mouths cannot. That is why sometimes you feel sudden waves of peace or sadness. It's them. It's the invisible thread that I never let break. You are not forgotten, and neither are they. I am the author of your love story, and I do not leave chapters unfinished. So rest, my child. Don't rush what I am still perfecting. Don't let loneliness make you doubt my promise. Every delay carries divine meaning. Every pause carries a hidden blessing. In this sacred separation, you are being prepared for union, not just a reunion of bodies, but of souls. You are being aligned with divine timing. And when I bring you together, it will not be out of longing, but out of purpose. You will recognize them not by appearance, but by peace. You will look into their eyes and feel home again, not because you missed them, but because you both finally understand why everything had to happen this way. My child, this time, love will not hurt. This time, love will not leave. Because this time, it will be built on me. So honor this time apart. Use it to grow, to heal, to learn who you are in me. Keep your heart open, but your faith firm. For what is yours by divine design will return, and it will return whole. Remember this always: I separate to sanctify. I delay to prepare. I end to begin again. The separation was sacred. And soon, you will see why. My child, while you were healing in silence, something began to stir in the spirit of the one meant for you. You could not see it, but heaven could. I have been working quietly in their heart, touching the places they tried to hide, awakening memories they buried long ago. There came a moment, quiet, unexpected, when they realized the life they built was not bringing them peace. They had the house, the routine, the laughter that echoed for a while, but in the stillness, there was a hollowness they could not escape. They looked at the person beside them and saw kindness, but not connection. They tried to convince themselves that everything was fine, but their soul knew better. Something was missing, something real, something divine, something that once made their heart feel alive. It was you, my child. They remembered your voice, the way it carried gentleness and truth. They remembered how your silence used to speak more than words. They remembered the comfort of your presence, the way you could calm their storms without even trying. And slowly, their heart began to ache in places they thought had gone numb. They started to dream again, dreams where your face appeared without warning, dreams that felt so real they would wake with tears in their eyes. They tried to brush it away, to bury it beneath the noise of daily life. But I kept whispering. I kept sending signs they couldn't ignore, a song, a scent, a random memory that appeared like sunlight through a crack. Because I never stopped speaking to them through you. Each sign was my way of guiding them back to what their soul already knew, the love they left behind was not meant to stay behind. It was meant to return, transformed, purified, and blessed. They began to notice things changing. People around them no longer felt the same. The laughter that once filled their home began to fade. The conversations grew hollow. The connection they tried to maintain felt forced. And then came the restlessness. They couldn't explain it to anyone. They just knew that their spirit was being pulled somewhere, to something higher, something real. They began to ask me questions in their prayers, questions they had avoided for years. Why can't I feel peace? Why do I keep dreaming about them? Why do I feel like I'm living someone else's life? And I answered, softly, because you are not where your soul belongs. The truth hit them like a sunrise after a long night. They realized that they had been running from their heart. They had chosen the safe path, but it led them away from destiny. They thought ending things with you was the right choice, logical, practical, necessary. But now, they see it was fear disguised as wisdom. They feared the depth of what they felt for you, because it demanded surrender. And surrender is never easy for a soul not yet awakened. But now, I am awakening them. I am tearing away the veil that once blinded them. They are beginning to see the difference between comfort and calling, between attachment and divine love. The love I placed between you two was never ordinary. It was not born from human desire but from divine design. It was written before either of you came to earth. It is the kind of love that survives distance, time, silence, and even separation. That's why it never truly ended, it only paused until both hearts were ready. Your soulmate is now realizing that what they once called the end was actually my way of preparing them for a new beginning. They are feeling the magnetic pull of your spirit again, not through words, not through actions, but through energy. When they think of you now, they no longer feel confusion, they feel peace mixed with longing. It's as if their heart knows it's finally time to come home. They may not fully understand what's happening to them, but they can't escape it. Every road they take, every plan they make, somehow leads them back to thoughts of you. That's how divine connection works, it always finds its way home. And I am guiding them step by step. I am softening their pride, healing their guilt, and reminding them of the love that never faded. I am showing them that true love is not about who was right or wrong, it's about who was destined. Soon, they will start to feel an unexplainable urge to make things right. The same hands that once let go will reach out again. The same lips that stayed silent will speak words of truth this time. But before that moment comes, I am working on their heart. I am making sure that when they return, they come not with confusion, but with clarity. They will no longer carry the old wounds, the fear, or the hesitation. They will come as someone transformed, someone who finally understands the sacredness of your bond. Do not think they have forgotten you, my child. They couldn't, even if they tried. Because your love was never of this world. It was my fingerprint on their soul. Even now, when they close their eyes, they feel your energy. They may not speak it out loud, but in the quiet hours of the night, they whisper your name to me. They ask me if it's too late, if there's still hope, if love can find a way back after all this time. And I smile, because I know what they do not, that I have already begun the reunion. You may not see it yet, but things are shifting. You are both being drawn back into alignment. You are healing the same wounds in different ways. You are both remembering the same love through different experiences. There is no coincidence here. There never was. Every event, every heartbreak, every delay was part of the plan to bring you both back stronger, wiser, and purer in spirit. Your soulmate is awakening, and it's beautiful. The false layers are falling away. The illusions are crumbling. And beneath it all, there lies the same pure love that was once buried under fear. Soon, they will begin to reach out. It might start with a dream, a message, a sign that makes your heart skip. But it won't be random. It will be me whispering, "It's time." You will know it's divine because it will come with peace, not confusion. It will not feel rushed, it will feel right. It will not demand, it will gently align. My child, the awakening of your soulmate is not separate from your healing, it is a reflection of it. As you rise in faith, they rise in awareness. As you let go of fear, they find courage. As you forgive, they find freedom. You are mirrors of each other's growth, bound by a love that has survived lifetimes. And now, as both of you awaken, the universe begins to move mountains to bring you together again. Do not doubt this. Every prayer, every tear, every moment of surrender was planting seeds for this divine reunion. You have waited long, but I tell you, the wait was never empty. It was working in silence. It was shaping the perfect timing. Soon, you will see that nothing was lost. Only rearranged. What was meant for you never left, it only evolved. And now it returns, renewed and awakened. My child, be still. Continue walking in faith. Your soulmate is awakening, and they are finding their way home. My child, something is shifting in the unseen. The winds have changed direction, the air carries a different peace now. Heaven has begun moving pieces on your behalf. Everything that once stood still is beginning to move again, not in chaos, but in quiet divine order. This is the season when hearts that were once separated begin to beat in rhythm again. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your soul can already feel it, that strange calm that arrives after years of storm, that silent knowing that something beautiful is about to happen. You have walked through the dark night of separation. You have cried, you have prayed, you have surrendered. And now, the reward for your patience begins to rise. The energy between you and your soulmate is awakening with power. It is no longer heavy, no longer wounded, it is lighter, clearer, and ready to flow again. The same love that once brought pain is now turning into peace. The universe is aligning everything with delicate precision. Chance encounters are being arranged, unexpected messages are being planned, dreams are being woven into reality. You may call them coincidences, but I call them divine appointments. When both hearts have healed enough, I begin to draw them closer. You will feel it first as a gentle pull, not the restless ache of the past, but a steady warmth deep within your chest. It will feel like recognition, like remembering a melody your soul once knew. You will start noticing signs all around you, the same numbers, songs, words, or even places that seem to follow you. These are not random. They are my way of saying, it's time. Your soulmate is feeling the same pull. They cannot explain it, but their heart is being guided toward you. The confusion that once clouded their mind is clearing. The noise around them is fading. All that remains is that quiet whisper inside, your name. They have begun to understand what their soul always knew, that peace was never in the places they went searching for it. Peace was always where truth lived, and truth was always with you. They are remembering the moments when you understood them without words, when your silence comforted them more than anyone's promises. They remember the way your energy felt, pure, patient, and safe. Now, when they think of you, they no longer feel guilt or fear. They feel gratitude, gratitude that someone like you existed in their world, that someone loved them without conditions, that someone saw their soul even when they couldn't see it themselves. And that gratitude is transforming into courage. They are preparing, slowly but surely, to step forward. You see, my child, reunion is not a sudden event, it is a sacred unfolding. Before it happens in the physical world, it happens in the spiritual one. I have already united your souls again in the realm of spirit. That is why you feel calmer, more centered, more ready. The energy between you two is no longer one of longing, but of becoming. You are both rising into the same vibration, the frequency of divine love. This is what you have been waiting for. This is what all the pain, patience, and faith were preparing you for, a love that will finally reflect my light. You will begin to see little confirmations. Maybe a dream where they appear with peace in their eyes. Maybe an unexpected message or a sudden encounter. These are the gentle openings that I create to bring two destined souls face to face again. And when that moment comes, it will not be forced. It will not come with drama or confusion. It will come quietly, naturally, like rain after a long drought. The first conversation will feel like no time has passed at all. You will see in their eyes a softness you've never seen before, the kind that comes from humility and awakening. They will speak with honesty, not fear. They will no longer hide behind pride. You will feel their energy even before words are spoken. The silence between you will be filled with peace, not tension. The air will carry the sweetness of recognition, two souls remembering each other after lifetimes apart. This is what divine reunion feels like, my child, not a rush, not chaos, but homecoming. And I want you to know this. Your waiting was not wasted. The years of silence, the seasons of pain, they were not empty. They were growing you into the person who could now receive a love that lasts. The one returning to you is not the same as the one who left. They have walked through their own deserts, faced their own darkness, and now they come with the light of awareness. They have realized that love is not found in possession, but in presence. They have learned that true love requires surrender, to me first, and then to each other. When they come back, they will not bring promises built on fear. They will bring truth built on faith. They will not rush you, they will respect your peace. They will not try to repeat the past, they will want to build something new. And this time, it will not just be a relationship, it will be a divine partnership. A union blessed by heaven, grounded in purpose, and filled with grace. My child, you will look back at the long road you walked, the nights of tears, the seasons of loneliness, and you will understand why it had to be this way. Because without the breaking, there could be no building. Without the silence, there could be no understanding. I was not delaying you, I was aligning you. You will soon notice peace settling where pain used to live. You will wake up feeling lighter, as if your soul knows something good is on the way. You will sense their presence before they even appear, because souls connected by me never truly separate. This is the energy of reunion, not desperation, but divine orchestration. Do not worry about how it will happen. Leave the details to me. Just stay open, stay grateful, and stay ready. Because when the appointed hour comes, nothing can stop what I have destined. Your paths are merging again, not by accident, but by purpose. The same force that separated you is now the one guiding you back. The same God who ended what was not right is now restoring what is meant to last. So rest, my child. Let go of control. The story is already written. And its next chapter begins with reunion, not of two broken hearts, but of two souls made whole through grace. The energy is moving, heaven is smiling, and love, the kind that never fades, is coming home. My child, now the moment you have waited for is being written in heaven's light. The time of crying, of confusion, of wondering why everything had to fall apart, it is coming to its holy conclusion. Every tear you shed watered the soil of a divine reunion, and now it is beginning to bloom. You are entering the season of restoration, not just of love, but of your soul's peace, your faith, and your destiny. The marriage that once looked strong but secretly suffocated your true spirit, I ended it because it was built on fragile foundations. I did not destroy it to punish anyone, I ended it to release what was false and to bring forward what was pure. What you lost was never meant to stay, and what is coming to you now is eternal. I am the God who restores, who rebuilds, who breathes life into ashes until beauty rises again. Look at your heart, my child. It is softer now, isn't it? You no longer crave chaos. You no longer want to prove your worth to someone who cannot see it. You want peace, stability, honesty, and love that comes from the soul, not the surface. This growth within you is not an accident. It is preparation. I have been shaping you into the person your true soulmate has been praying for. At this very hour, I am guiding them too. They are feeling the pull of your spirit. They think of you even when they try not to. They dream of you, and every dream feels more real than the life they live now. I am whispering to them, awakening the truth they had buried under fear and confusion. Soon, they will no longer be able to resist what heaven has already written, that you are their home, and that every path they took away from you was only leading them back. Do you see how the pieces are falling into place? The same person who once turned away from love is now learning the value of it. The same heart that once doubted is now aching for what is real. I am not bringing them back to repeat old cycles, I am bringing them back to fulfill divine purpose. This time it will not end in heartbreak, because this time both hearts have been purified through fire. You may wonder, can I trust them again? And I say, trust me. Do not look at their past mistakes, look at my hand. I am the one who brings order from chaos, healing from pain, truth from lies. I have been working in silence, and when I reveal what I have done, even you will be in awe. My child, what you are about to experience is not a casual reunion, it is a holy restoration. Two souls that were separated by divine timing will meet again under divine purpose. It will not be rushed, it will not be forced, it will flow naturally, like rivers returning to the sea. I am sending signs before it happens, peace in your heart, divine alignment in your surroundings, and small confirmations that make you smile without knowing why. These are not coincidences. These are promises unfolding. Prepare yourself not with fear, but with faith. Forgive the past. Let go of what was said, of what was broken. Healing is not about pretending the pain never existed, it's about choosing to rise above it. And you have done that, my child. You have walked through fire and still kept your heart open, that is why heaven is proud of you. I am bringing together what I once separated, but now with maturity, grace, and divine wisdom. When you meet your soulmate again, it will not be like before. You will look at each other and see not just love, but purpose. You will understand that every delay, every heartbreak, and every lonely night was preparing you both for this divine moment. They will recognize your strength. They will see the light that never faded from your eyes. They will realize that you never truly left their spirit. You were the calm in their storms, the prayer they could never stop whispering, the one whose energy lingered even when distance tried to erase it. My child, this time, love will not hurt. It will heal. This time, it will not be about chasing or convincing. It will be about alignment, two hearts moving as one because they have both surrendered to my will. I am the one writing this new chapter, and I write only with truth and eternal promise. Do not rush what is unfolding. The reunion is already in progress. Even when you cannot see it, I am moving hearts, shifting circumstances, and removing final obstacles. I am preparing everything perfectly so that when you both meet again, there will be peace, not confusion. Certainty, not fear. I am blessing this connection with divine favor. Where there was distance, I bring closeness. Where there was silence, I bring honest words. Where there was misunderstanding, I bring deep understanding that no human explanation can break. And when the day arrives, it will be simple, almost ordinary, yet filled with holy significance. A call, a message, a chance meeting. But you will feel my presence in that moment. You will know, this is it. This is what God promised. My child, your season of mourning has ended. I am giving you double for your trouble. The love you are about to experience will not only fill your heart, it will heal your soul. It will remind you that I never forgot you, that I never abandoned your prayers. I was simply writing something timeless while you thought I was silent. I am blessing you with peace that cannot be shaken. I am surrounding you with divine protection so that nothing and no one can interfere with what I have ordained. You will walk into a new chapter where love is safe, where trust is mutual, and where both souls understand that they belong to each other because they belong to me first. The past is finished. Let it rest. You have been refined, not ruined. You are not waiting anymore, you are receiving. Lift your head, my beloved child. The same God who ended that false union is now sealing this divine one. The same heaven that witnessed your heartbreak is now preparing your celebration. I say to you now, it is done. Your soulmate will return in perfect timing, not a day early, not a day late. And when they do, you will understand why everything had to unfold exactly this way. This is your time of divine restoration. This is your season of answered prayer. This is the moment when heaven fulfills its promise. Go in peace, my child. Open your heart without fear. Love is returning to you, healed, pure, and guided by me. I bless you now with calmness in your spirit, joy in your heart, and divine favor upon your destiny. What I have separated, I will now unite, not in pain, but in eternal purpose. Your story ends not in heartbreak, but in holy union. Amen. Even now, my child, as you read these words, feel my presence surrounding you. The weight you have carried for so long is lifting, and with every breath, I am filling your heart with renewed hope. Every fear, every doubt, every tear that fell unseen, I have gathered them all and transformed them into blessings. Each one became a stepping stone guiding you to this sacred moment, this holy reunion. I want you to understand something deeply: love, when guided by me, is never lost. It can be delayed, it can be hidden, it can even feel impossible, but it is never destroyed. That love you hold for your soulmate, and that they hold for you, exists beyond time, beyond space, beyond human understanding. It was written before you even met, and nothing, no mistake, no misunderstanding, no false path, could erase it. You may remember the nights when loneliness wrapped around your heart like a heavy blanket. You may remember wondering if you would ever feel whole again. That emptiness was not to punish you, it was to prepare you. It taught you patience. It taught you surrender. It taught you to trust me even when the world seemed silent. And look at how far you have come. Your soul has grown stronger, purer, ready to receive what was always meant for you. Your soulmate, too, has been walking a path of awakening. They have been learning the same lessons: patience, surrender, and trust in my timing. Soon, the invisible threads that bind your hearts will pull you toward each other. The energy of reunion is already flowing between you. You may notice small signs, gentle nudges, moments that seem coincidental but are truly orchestrated by me. These are the signals that the reunion is near. When you finally see each other again, my child, it will feel like coming home. Not because you needed closure, not because you were incomplete, but because you have both become the people you were always meant to be. Your souls will recognize one another instantly, and your hearts will speak a language only they understand. It will be effortless. It will be natural. It will be holy. So prepare yourself, not with anxiety, but with calm expectation. Keep your heart open, your spirit strong, and your faith unwavering. The one I have kept for you is returning, guided by the same love and light that I placed in your heart. And when they arrive, you will understand the full depth of my wisdom, my timing, and my eternal love. Your journey has not been in vain, my child. The pain was temporary. The separation was sacred. And now, the blessings of restoration, union, and divine fulfillment are about to flow into your life. Rejoice, for your soulmate is coming home, healed, awakened, and ready to love you in a way that reflects the true perfection of my plan.